Solar energy and wind energy not only are environmentally friendly clean energy, it also creates positive externality for the society. Costs for the project include land requirement. To research, solar energy uses 38 million by 2030. Similarly, wind uses approximately 2.6 million. Machinery costs for wind turbine ranges between 47,000 million. Machinery costs for solar ranges between 120,000 to 2 million. Other such as maintenance costs include employee and staff members, and also my financial costs, which includes interest, inflation, and opportunity cost. On the other hand, benefits include less harmful chemical emissions such as carbon dioxide and nitrogen oxide gases, and sustainability, which improves the living standard of society. There are two confront liquidity problems. It also depends on the rate of return demanded by customers. The other option is through debt finance, which will confront the legal costs, underwriter spread, underpricing costs, and the cost of issuing prospectus. The opportunity cost of implementing the project would be facing the carbon tax, which will cost the firm around $23 per ton of emission in 2012.
And by 2015, it will shift to a trading scheme between firms.
The impact of carbon tax will distort the business decision and reduce for business to invest in Australia, and thus reduce the GDP of Australia. This will also increase the carbon emission of other countries, and overall did not reduce the emission of the world, and it forces production moving offshores. In order to find out the expected payback period, the rate of return depends on the degree of risk, which can be to market risk, which is the influence of the aggregate economy and the energy industry, idiosyncratic risk, which is the influence by specific risks, and inflation as shown by the Fisher effect. The formula shown is one of the evaluation methods where YT-1 is the year before full recovery, UC is the uncovered initial outlay, and C is the cash flow for the year. The advantages of payback period calculation is that decision rule, and it is easy to interpret. It also measures how long something takes to pay back intuitively. On the other hand, it does not take into account time value of money. It ignores risk differences between projects. The benchmark period are arbitrary and also ignores any cash flow beyond cutoff dates. From this, there is a new discounted payback period calculation which takes into account the time value of money. The other evaluation method is the calculation of net present, calculated by the sum of Ct divided by 1 plus r to the power of t, from t equal to 0 to n, where C is cash flow and r is interest rate, and t is the time. The advantages of net present value is that it has a simple and clear decision rule, account of time value money. It also takes into account consideration all cash flows and recognized risk of project, and ranks the project on shareholders' interest. The downside of this revaluation method is that it requires extensive forecast, and it is difficult to choose an appropriate discount rate. This evaluation tool can be distributed to finance managers, project advisors, and chief executives. The decision rule of the project is that when the payback period is within the project timeframe, and when net present value is positive, we can also accept the project when there is a reduction on harmful carbon emissions, and when forecasts on life sustainability are good. The project tool can be implemented through monitoring and administering, as well as receiving feedback from staff and employees.